You ready?
Yeah,
ready if you are.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach, can you hear us okay?
I can. Yep.
All right, perfect. Pat, start us off, please.
Nate, tonight it was your group with the big run, a 21-3 advantage in the third quarter. To you, what sparked that run?
Our activity on defense. I did. I thought there was they stayed aggressive throughout the entire game. Even when Phoenix went on some of those runs, I thought we were aggressive and got to the rim and finished, in the paint when we needed to kind of withstand their runs. But it started defensively for us.
Yeah, Nate, what did you think of Karis tonight?
I thought it was great to see him back out there. The players, they really enjoyed him being there and the things that he can do. You can see that he's dynamic with the basketball. And that was just the beginning, of his 25, 26 minutes there to, he hasn't played in a long time coming off of surgery. So he did a lot of nice things there. I thought his conditioning level was pretty good. Stayed in constant communication, with him throughout the game. So I thought he looked great out there.
J. Michael.
Hey, Coach, looks like, especially when you guys came out in that second half, was it a concerted effort to get Miles in that post? Because it looks like he got some easy buckets for you when they were, before they could pass switches, and he was getting bridges on them, and he was finishing pretty efficiently down there. Was that an emphasis, or did that just come about through the flow of the game?
No, a little of both. Like the credit goes to him. I mean, he made a right read on one of our plays. I think they switched and helped, and he went down there and sealed his man and got a big bucket there early in the half. And I just thought he was aggressive around the rim. He had a big three there as well, but he had 4 blocks. And when he does that, and when he's talking on defense, he's so much more involved on the offensive end. So yeah, so they, Domas was looking for him, looking for the mismatch there. But the credit goes to Miles on that.
Pat Boyle.
I know it was a frustrating fourth quarter in Los Angeles, but there seemingly was a lot to like for a majority of that game, and clearly plenty to like tonight. Are you pleased with how your group has looked here, bigger picture out of the All-Star break?
Very. I thought there's been a lot of nice moments that we've had in the 2 games, a lot of them, a lot of good quarters of basketball that we played here in these 2 games. So I think their conditioning level of our team was really good. And that's a credit to the guys over that 1 week break. They stayed in shape. They stayed ready. There wasn't much of a, physical or mental drop off at all with them.
Scott Agnes.
Nate, Jeremy missed the game. Was that something that after going through pregame, it didn't feel right or something else?
Oh, it was right through pregame. I mean, it was a late scratch there. I was told that his knee swelled up just a little bit after his pregame workout. And then he came into my office and we just sat there and talked a little bit. And the trainers made the right call on keeping him out. And then we'll find out tomorrow, after he gets some sleep tonight, find out tomorrow how it's feeling.
Tony East.
Nate, obviously fantastic to have Karis back, but do you feel like his inclusion into the lineup energized some of his teammates? And did you hear from anybody else that were really excited about playing for him in his debut today?
Absolutely. And including at the end of the game in the locker room, the way that the guys were encouraging him. And, when he entered the locker room last, the guys clapping for him. So absolutely, he energized our team. And his character level is so high. He's such a good person. And he's been a great teammate throughout this entire time that he's been out. So our guys were very, very happy to have him back out there on the court.
Pat.
And clearly a lot to like in Karis's debut. Only natural that a player is going to continue to improve as he gets more games under his belt and gets more familiar with your system. Do you have a feel for just how much more you might be able to expect from him?
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot more. I said earlier, this is just the beginning for him, just a little taste of it. He hasn't played in a long time. And he really hasn't practiced all that much 5-on-5 either. So this was basically his first 5-on-5 experience, in a while. And for him to look like he did, I thought he looked just fine out there, and he's going to continue to get better.
Any final questions to follow up here? All right. Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
everybody.
Hey, Karis. How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Pat, start us off, please.
Karis, a lot of nice moments personally for you in your debut, and it comes in a win. How would you evaluate what tonight was for you?
A plus. We got the win. Everybody came out, healthy. And like I said, the main thing for me was trying to contribute to a win. That's what I'm all about. So, today was maybe my second time going 5-on-5 since everything happened. So, a little bit of heavy legs and wind and conditioning and everything like that, but that'll come back. I'm just glad we got the win.
Karis, emotionally, how did it feel stepping on the court again? And it seemed like your teammates really wanted this for you. What did that mean to you, the reception, the way they fought to get you this win?
Yeah, we got a resilient group. We got a team full of great guys on the team. And they were in my ear, the whole game today, even leading up to the game. And I can't thank those guys enough. And it's going to be a special rest of the season for sure once everybody starts clicking and things like that. So we played a great game as a team. And, I credit my teammates for putting me in such good positions out there tonight.
Scott.
Karis, is the biggest thing maybe just the gratefulness that comes from the night? Because their camera kept showing you were smiling on the bench, more so probably than you would in a normal game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I don't even know if I knew I was even going to be out here, especially this soon, just with everything that happened. So it's definitely a level of, gratefulness and just happy to be on the court, man.
J. Michael.
Hey, Karis, getting this victory tonight, how big or how much you guys' effectiveness? I mean, Malcolm, Hawking, Booker really making him work. I mean, Chris Paul didn't shoot the ball well. It seems like the way you guys defended on that perimeter there was key. How do you, I guess, speak to how well you guys were able to defend and keep those key guys from, getting on runs for the Suns?
Yeah, man, we have a gritty bunch, guys that really lock in on defense. Like you said, Malcolm played a great game defensively. Justin Holiday as well, Domas, Miles protecting the rim all night. I could go all the way down, on the bench as well with TJ and Ed coming in. So, I mean, we just have a very resilient group on that end of the floor. We follow the game plan to a T.
Pat.
You guys had lost 6 of 7 before your debut. Do you sense at all that your inclusion was maybe just the small shakeup that this team needed?
I hope so. We got a tough stretch coming up. So I think anything that we can get right now will be positive. I try to just come out and give, great energy and try to contribute to winning any way that I could.
Scott.
We saw you land a couple times on that lower left back. Did that hurt at all? Are you kind of over that mental hurdle that might come with the surgery?
No, I'm good. It didn't hurt at all. I got some good padding, under my jersey, so I'm all good.
Pat.
I'm sure natural to expect improvements from you going forward as you get more comfortable with your teammates and the system. Do you have any specific goals for what you want to see from yourself in the next week, perhaps even next month?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just for me, continue, conditioning, getting more back in game shape. You can run as much as you want. You can ride the bike as much as you want. But playing in an NBA game is way different than any type of conditioning you're going to do off the court. So I think the more games I play in, the better that'll get. And, my teammates they'll be here all, every step of the way.
Any final questions to follow up here? All right, Karis. Appreciate the time. Welcome back.
Appreciate it.
league knows that he's capable of. I think in the third quarter they started double teaming him, and he hadn't even really got to his bag or anything like that yet. So he's going to bring a big dynamic to our offense. He's another option out there, and when he's aggressive, and we were all telling the first quarter he was a little like trying to get guys going, but we told him, nah, man, we need you to go out there and score, be yourself. He opens up the floor for everybody when he's out there being aggressive. So it's his first game. Obviously he had to get that first wind out of him, but I think down the stretch he's going to continue to be great for the team.
Yeah, Miles, what was the key to that big run in the third quarter where you guys really broke the game open?
Defense. Our defensive energy all night was, where is the level I expect us to play every night. I think that, we have plenty of talent. We're going to score offensively, but if we set the tone with our defense night in and night out, we're going to be a very tough team to beat. And that's what we need to be able to hang our hat on. I tell guys in front of the huddle every game, we got to take pride in our defense. That's what's going to win us these games, especially down this tough stretch of the schedule.
Scott.
Miles, outside of Jeremy, we saw basically what this team is kind of for most of the rest of the season. What have you learned? What changes now can you do with the new dynamic with Karis in there?
I think that it's still to be determined in a sense with Karis. I think that he still has to be able to go get out there and get his feel back. I think Hooper's a Hooper. He's gonna go out there and score, but the feel for the game, our offense, how we flow. As far as him individually, that's what he's gonna have to be able to do. But as far as us as a team, I think we know who we are. I think we know what we're capable of. So, like I'm telling you, it's going to be our defense. Offense is cool, but it's going to be our defense that's going to help us in this stretch.
J. Michael.
Hey, Miles, when you started the third quarter, you got some good little post-ups there that seemed to get you going. Then your three-point shot started falling. In terms of you finding those seams when they were putting smalls on you and switching in the post, was that something that you were seeking out to try to take advantage of?
Yeah, it's funny, man. I only shot the ball like 5 times last game. I only shot the ball like twice in the first half. It's just finding little ways to get yourself going. I know I'm not going to be a guy that shoots the ball 20 times a night, but you got to find opportunities for yourself, because I can score. I got to go out there and do what I'm capable of. If that's offensive rebounding, if that's stuck in guards, and doing the little stuff, that's what's going to have to be. So I just try and make my own breaks and find my own opportunities.
Pat.
I know that as a team, the fourth quarter in Los Angeles was disappointing, but there was seemingly a lot to like for good portions of that game and clearly a lot to like tonight. What's your evaluation of how you guys have looked now 2 games out of the break?
I think we're still getting our legs under us. I think it's a tough little stretch, having to go to here to Denver, get adjusted altitude, go out there and playing. But, this is what we signed up for. We got to go out there and just, play our best. I think that more than anything, we got to gauge, with Karis being back, it's going to take time, but I don't think it's going to take much time. I think he's going to get integrated very quickly.
Tony East.
Yeah, Miles, your head coach mentioned you guys clapping for Karis when he came in the locker room after his interview. How much would you say he energized you guys tonight with him returning? And, you mentioned the defense being good, especially on the end of the floor. How much was he helpful for you guys?
I just, when Karis has a great, could get by, pretty much anybody. So when he gets by, forces help and causes the defense just to sink and collapse, and he's going to make the right play. So I think it's just a confidence thing for him. I don't know how many times he shot the ball, but that's what we encourage him to do. We want him to go out there and be aggressive and go score. So I just think that this team's just happy for him, especially for everything he's been battling and everything he's gone through. It takes a very, very well-spirited and very strong person to go through that kind of stuff and to will your way back.
Any final questions to follow up here? All right. Thanks, Miles. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, Pat, start it off, please.
Hey, Doug, it was clearly a balanced win tonight, and you had a big part in that. But I'm wondering just the impact that Karis LeVert's return had on your group and what that impact might be in future games.
Yeah, Karis is just a huge addition. We've just have another ball handler out there. I think, it takes some pressure off of Malcolm, and he's able to create for himself and also create for others. So just having him out there was huge. You saw the impact he had out there. I know he was a little rusty, so he didn't shoot it great, but just having him out there, it was awesome to see. We're all so happy for him, and it's great to get a win here against a really good team.
Nope. Tony East.
Hey, Doug, I know it's just been one game, but you went to the second unit tonight with Karis returning. You and McConnell established some great chemistry last year. Do you feel like that had any factor in you having a great game tonight, playing with a unit you're familiar with?
Yeah, it kind of felt like kind of normal, like last year, and I think Coach recognizes that me and TJ and, Domas and Aaron and Justin, we have really good chemistry together. And, it was fun to be out there again with those guys just because we see how the game starts and gets established with our starters, and then we like to just bring a spark off the bench. And that's exactly what we did tonight. So very comfortable coming off the bench, and it's great when we win.
Scott.
Yeah, Doug, you guys are obviously on this very difficult stretch, had been going through a rut. Do you feel like Karis being in there not only is different, but provides kind of a jolt, a kind of something fresh where right now when you might need it?
Yeah, for sure. You hit it on the nail. And I think just a breath of fresh air. Karis, we see him working hard every day. And obviously we're just so excited for him, man. And just to have him out there, we obviously lost whatever. We were 3-7 or whatever it was. And we just having that spark just for something new, seeing something new, and just being able to kind of feel like we can start things over here and beat a really good team like Phoenix, and now have a really good chance against a team that just beat us beat us by a bunch at our place. So we're definitely hungry going into that Denver game.
Pat.
They had a couple of runs there in the fourth quarter where you were able to answer with timely buckets. And it seemed like as they went to that zone, you were able to find some spots down there on the baseline. Can you take us through what you were seeing and how you were able to have some success in avoiding ultimately as a team what happened against Los Angeles last night?
Yeah, I think just we just have so many unselfish guys that recognize us cutting. And, I think Domas does a really good job of, a lot of defenders come collapsing on him. So whenever I see that, I try and just get an easy one because I know how unselfish he is and he's always going to find me. So that was kind of the key. And I thought we just did a really good job of staying calm and poised. Even when Phoenix made their runs and got it within 9 or 11, we never panicked. We just kept playing. We kept running our offense and just really focused on getting stops. And it's a really good win, like I said.
Yeah, Doug, it seemed like lately you guys have been on the other end of those big runs that have really broken open a game. Today, you were able to really break it open there in the third quarter. What was the key to building that big lead?
Just getting stops and not worrying so much about the offensive end. I think that's something Coach preaches a lot. Sometimes guys are hanging their heads on offense because shots aren't falling. And I think the main thing you can do to get your offense going is bringing a ton of energy on the defensive end. And we were able to do that. When you get stops and get rebounds, everyone's going to be able to get out and transition and, get to their spot. So I think that was our big emphasis tonight, and it definitely paid off.
J. Michael.
Hey, Doug, you guys did a really good job defensively against, CP3 and Booker, not just individually with certain guys, but obviously your team defense. Do you feel like team defensively, even that Lakers game, a team you held 105 points, that you guys are in better sync? It looks like you're in better position. You're in gaps better. You're getting deflections. That little weak side eye you guys do, stop the ball in the paint, get to the shooters. It seems like you guys are in a better sync with that, with or without Karis, even without Karis last night. What's the reason, I guess, for that seeming to sync up better now?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Coach preaches that every single day. So, it's on us to execute on the floor. And I thought we had a really good practice in LA, and we kind of just started from square one. We tried to put the past behind us, and I thought we played really well against the Lakers. We just came up a little short. And then tonight, obviously coming off a back-to-back on a late night and being able to get a win was huge. And that's the main thing, is just being at the nail every time and taking away their cutters. And I think it was a huge emphasis tonight just because of Chris Paul and Devin Booker, how good they are at getting downhill. So we wanted to show them bodies and fly out to their shooters.
Any final thoughts this evening? All right. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it.